Friends, did you know what we call inner observation is not about using your seemingly all-knowing brain to look inward, because you're still using your cognition to analyze? That's not observation. The essence of cognition is judgment. It's on a different dimension from observation. Strictly speaking, inner observation isn't about looking inward. It's about using inner observation. Many people, in order to become better, like to search everywhere for answers. But they encounter people even more confused than themselves and get answers that don't make sense. The result is confusion, even deeper confusion. That desire to become better, isn't it a refusal to accept the present moment, believing that the present isn't good enough? This is the mind of discrimination, clinging, and delusion. You're rejecting your current life experience. Trying to experience what isn't yours to experience leads to distress, like always wanting to live someone else's life, constantly comparing others' lives to your own. If you keep thinking this way, you're straying from the present, subconsciously rejecting, disconnecting from your own world. Naturally, you'll lose contentment and gratitude. You'll lose the nourishment from those around you. What follows is endless emptiness and loneliness, a lack of strength. It's like eating grapes while thinking about watermelons. The result? You don't get the watermelon, and the grapes lose their flavor. So where does the distress come from? Simply put, it's when you're doing one thing but thinking about another. Your mind constantly judges and opposes. So you need to return to the present. Truly savor the taste of the grapes. Accept all these perfectly matched gifts. That's all. The reason you can't observe is for one reason only. You haven't completely separated yourself from your mind. Let the subject of observation emerge. Why did ancient masters ask you, when emotions arise, to shout loudly, "Where is the master?" This is to let the observer, the divine will, be present, to make observation possible. The parts that easily ignite your emotions are precisely the lessons you need to overcome. Your experience is the answer. You need to face your emotional triggers, find the stubborn beliefs behind them. These triggers are the sparks that fly when others' views clash with yours and don't align. Imagine if you didn't have this standard, or were flexible, or could accept any viewpoint, then a pebble thrown by others wouldn't cause ripples. Remember, you need to become the observer of your mind. Pull out that belief. Examine it from an outsider's perspective. Ask yourself, is this really so? Can I change my perspective? Can I remove this standard? You need to turn "I feel, I think" into "I see that I'm feeling, and I see that I'm thinking." You need to transform "I think he's wrong, I'm right. I think this is terrible. I think I'm unlucky" into "I see that I have a thought. I see an angry thought. This thought feels this is terrible. It feels I'm unfortunate." You see, you are not your thoughts. You're not your beliefs and judgments. You are the one presently aware of all this. Independent, complete, and free. All your negative emotions are energies flowing within you. Their source is always your initial thoughts. Don't doubt this. In this world, what causes your painful emotions isn't the event itself, but your judgments and thoughts about it. So where we truly need to work isn't our emotions. We don't need so-called emotional management, because emotions are already results. Focusing on these results is like catching the moon in water. It ends up empty. Where we truly need to work, where we need to cultivate, is at every initial thought. In every automatic reaction, you need to be aware, to observe. This is inner observation. So how can we find the mental obsessions hidden behind emotions? We know that different karmic mechanisms produce different mental fixations, which correspond to various emotional energies with different vibration frequencies. The more negative the energy, the lower its vibration frequency. For example, self-abasement, a negative energy, might have a frequency as low as, say, 40 kilohertz. Conversely, the more positive and active the energy, the higher its frequency. For example, confidence, a positive energy, might reach as high as 1,000 kilohertz. So when, in a certain life situation, specific obsessions suddenly and repeatedly arise in your mind, Your body continually generates specific energy waves transformed from these fixations. The more you cling to this thought, the more this energy is continuously amplified. That is, your emotions become more intense and turbulent. What follows is your fixation, once again using emotion as a weapon, successfully controlling your body, becoming your master, making you once again the embodiment of pain. At this moment, if your inner observation can unfold during this painful process, that's something to be very grateful for. But note, if your inner work only stays at seeing the flow of emotion within you, seeing your unconscious actions under emotional control, but doesn't sincerely find and face the obsessions hidden behind the emotion, nor the karmic mechanisms causing these fixations, then the problem can't be fundamentally resolved. It's like when you feel unwell. You might clearly know how you're uncomfortable, but you haven't found the real cause of your discomfort. Thus, you naturally can't achieve a fundamental cure, can't fundamentally resolve this discomfort. This is actually a problem many people face. In fact, they often only see themselves trapped in emotions, realize their uncontrolled unconscious behaviors, but can't dig deeper to find the real source of these emotions. That is, the precursor of your emotions. The thoughts and ideas that automatically and compulsively arise. At this time, if this mental activity is beyond your awareness, it will make you think it is you. It will make you unconsciously identify with it. Then what follows is, you'll be controlled by the emotional energy transformed from this thought. So if you can't observe the thoughts hidden behind emotions, what should you do? First, don't rush. Begin by accepting. Don't make any conclusions or judgments about this result. Then try the following method. Recall most honestly and record all you express while in emotion. If you're alone, silently enduring emotional pain, not saying anything, that's okay. Try to let yourself follow your current emotion, mumbling to yourself. Let the words you want to say naturally flow out. They are the thoughts hiding behind your emotions. They are the truest thoughts in your mind. They are what you need to see and observe. Don't reject or fear meeting them, because this is the necessary path to solve the problem. Some friends might ask, can we really free ourselves from this emotion just by observing the fixations behind it? Is it really that simple? Well, let's suppose you only manage 1 second of quietly, non-interfering observation of your emotional fixations. Now let's see, in this brief 1 second when you existed as an observer, what really happened? I think almost no one realizes that. In this brief 1 second, you were completely calm. In this 1 second, your awareness returned because you transformed from a painful thinker into someone aware that you are thinking. In this 1 second, you are no longer the former you, because the previous you is being observed by you in this second. In this 1 second, you change from the thinker to the observer of the thinker. You see, at a higher dimension, an I who is aware that I am thinking has appeared. When you become the observer of yourself, this is the concrete manifestation of transcending the mind, transcending thought, stepping out of duality. When these 1 second moments begin to appear continuously in your life, then you are someone walking toward awakening. Don't assign too many profound and mysterious definitions to the word awakening or attach various isms to it. Awakening is actually very simple, very pure. It's about raising awareness, waking up from the illusions of the mind. That's all. I've been telling you how to do it all along, but you think it's too simple, unwilling to believe, unwilling to practice. You think that just seeing it and doing nothing isn't enough, right? You feel you have to do something to feel secure, like analyzing the problem, solving the problem. Only when it aligns with your accepted reasoning will it suffice. You see, this is the so-called societal inertia. Once you start analyzing and solving, it means you first have to judge right and wrong. But this falls back into habit, into duality. As long as there's duality, there's thinking. As long as there's thinking, it's the mind. You barely stepped out of the mind, but the mind won't let you go easily. You soon fall back into the mind's inertia, once again losing awareness. But you're unaware of it. In fact, those obsessions of yours don't need solving. Analyzing and solving obsessions is itself a big delusion. Obsessions just need to be seen. to be noticed. Your process of noticing and observing obsessions is the process of your consciousness rising. In the words of Yangming, this is the process of breaking habits and achieving innate knowing. Yangming told us long ago, knowing good and evil is innate knowledge. Innate knowledge knows everything, can do everything. You just need to do one thing: exit your societal habits. Exit your automatic reactions. When you step out of habits and inertia, you're naturally achieving innate knowing. Then innate knowledge will naturally guide you, naturally let you know. So, when we calmly observe the obsessions behind emotions and exist in the present as an observer, what should we do next? Actually, it's very simple. Bring your feeling back to your body. Let your attention stay with your body. Maintain this for a while. Why emphasize being with the body? Because only your body is always loyal to the present moment. Have you seen thinking in the present while the body runs to the past or future? So if your attention stays on the body, then you're definitely living in the present. You've surely separated from the mind. Separating from the mind means stepping out of thinking, letting go of obsessions. So how can you keep your attention on your body? The simplest method is observing the breath, because breathing happens inside the body, and breathing is dynamic. As long as you put all your attention on the breath and fully let awareness follow your breathing, you're staying with the body. You're dwelling in the present. In fact, observing the breath is a form of dynamic meditation. When you've clearly observed the obsession hidden behind your emotion, you should immediately bring your awareness back to the body. Enter into this dynamic meditation. Don't give the mind any time to judge or counterattack. How to do it specifically? It's simple. Take slow, deep breaths 7 to 10 times. Remember to use diaphragmatic breathing. When inhaling, your belly expands. When exhaling, your belly contracts. The key is to place all your awareness on the breathing process. Let the sensation follow the air entering your body, then leaving your body, entering again, leaving again. You can even silently say to yourself while inhaling, "I am not my body." While exhaling, also silently say, "I am not my thoughts." Ensure the pace of your silent words aligns with your breathing rhythm. When you successfully, from intense negative emotion, complete an inner observation, achieve a detachment, and dwell in the body again, you'll find that the pain and agitation you felt moments ago have now returned to calm. Because when you were about to lose control, you timely stepped on that crucial break. What you need to do next is to grasp and cherish this peace. Continue to do what you should do. This is called doing what must be done. At the very least, you can do a few things that immediately make you happy, adjust your frequency, elevate your state, right? Remember, if a person can proactively control the focus of their attention at any time, then this person is liberated. They've truly lived life on a level of abundance and freedom. Good. Thank you very much for reading this far. I hope it has touched and inspired you. See you next time.